Hey everybody, Brian Deckard here from Deckard and Company. Welcome from Bradenton, Florida. Yep, that's right. Coming to you live today from Bradenton, Florida. That's our home base. And one thing that we're doing here every Monday is, well, this right here. We're doing these Marketing Mondays with a me. And what we're doing is we're just going over basic marketing tips, tricks, and stuff like that to help you, your small business, your organization, what have you, well, help you succeed a little bit, a little bit easier, some things that you might be able to do on your own, so that's what it's all about. So last week we did a live stream and we talked about what makes a good website header because really, every website has the same basic elements. It's just how you go about putting those elements together. Well, that's gonna make it, that could either make you or break you. It really comes down to the website design and stuff like that. So I'm just looking at the different things, making sure that they're working. And I mean, it kind of looks like it's working, so we're gonna see. Okay, so one thing that we have to get out of the way is, let me recenter myself a little bit. Yeah, I got to get organized here. But here, it is November. And what is November all about? Well, this right here. Yeah, this sucker's getting nice and bushy. And let's take a look at this November, what it's all about right here. Yes, indeedy. That's what it's all about. Movember, Men's Health Awareness Month. Yep, us men folk get November to really think about our health. And, so we're looking at those cancers like testicular cancer and prostate cancer, as well as mental awareness. Yeah, those suicide rates are way too freaking high, folks. Yeah, and in reality, suicide rates are too freaking high for everybody. So we need to just stop that, right? We need to cut that out of the equation. Okay, so as we get into this live stream today, we're, well, here, I've been getting some emails, which is awesome. And the emails have been asking me, kind of coming through our website, which is great. That means, these live streams are working, all this stuff. And they've been asking, so what platform are you using to live stream from? And real quickly, our live stream, we use the platform Prism Live Studio. And I love this platform. It just produces really amazing video quality when it's all said and done, right? And it just downright works. It's pretty nice. Does it have its limitations? Yeah, it sure does, but it is what it is. I've used so many other platforms, tried them out, tried the browser base. So Prism here is basically just like an OBS. Works the same way. It's probably OBS with Prism wrapped around. I don't know how they did it, but it works exactly the same. It actually, you can use OBS plugins in this platform. So I'm pretty sure, it's using OBS because OBS is open source. So anyway, it's very nice. And it just produces great, you can create your scenes, how you like them, like here, I'm using it's kind of zoomed in a little bit. I can click this scene and it backs out a little bit. So it really is kind of cool. And if you notice my lower third here, when I'm out at the normal range, right, I've got my lower third, which goes the full length of my bottom here. But if I zoom in, I've shrunk it down to the corner. Well, actually down to this corner. Yeah, so it's pretty good stuff. Okay, so let's get into this week's topic. And here's another little thing that I added to my live chat, and it's it's going to be right up here. Today's topic: what makes a good website hero section? Yeah, that's right. So what makes a good website hero section, and what the hell is a hero section anyway? So we're going to go over those little things today, not in too much detail, but I will say, coming up, we're going to start building things, so building those website headers, building the hero section that we're going to talk about today, the footer, the basic stuff. And there's so many different ways you can do it. Are any of them the right or the wrong way? I mean, you might find the wrong way, but there are so many right ways to do it. And it's how you decide you're going to do it yourself, because there's just so many different ways to do it. Yeah. And hey, Zerk, hey, buddy. I'm glad to see you on here. Yeah, and one thing that's cool about this Prism Live Studio is that I can pull up the chats. I figured a good way to do it. I mean, the only thing that I don't like, that I wish this platform could do, would be to pull in a specific topic, or I'm sorry, a message, to be able to pull it up on screen, like a StreamYard, or a Be Live, or all those platforms. You can bring an individual message over, but this one you just can't. But that's okay. I really honestly, oh yes, that's correct, Zerk. I'm getting to that. And you're probably right. I probably did kind of forget about it here. What's he talking about? Right here. Yes, right there. Yep. If you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are really, really working on trying to get our message out. So with that being said, thank you, Zerk. So with that being said, here it is. Right there. Yep. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, be sure to like our videos, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell. And over on YouTube, it's at Deckard Company. So yeah. So why don't we get into some of the hero sections that I've designed over the years, and kind of what they have and all that stuff. But before that, well, let's talk about what exactly a hero section is. So I'm going to show you this cool little video, or not a video. I'm going to show you a picture. Here it is. Ready? This is brilliant. So remember the old newspaper days? The above the fold, that is what a hero section is. So if we look at this image right here, of course, that handsome looking fella right there on that front page in that hero section, so you look at the daily news, that whole section up there, that would be like your website header. And then just below that is the above the fold. So the most important headline of your paper / your new or / your website. So yeah, so that is what a hero section is. It's that section that's on your home page, just below the header. That big section there is for sure one of the most important sections on a website. It just is. It's just like the newspaper. It's the most important set. That's how you captivate the audience into wanting to read more, or for your sake, on your website, wanting to view more about your products, services, what you have to offer, all that good stuff. So we're going to take a look at them right now. Okay, so here we're going to take a look right here. Okay, this is our website, because we always have to show off our website, just the way it is. But I've got plenty of other examples we're going to look at. So when we look at our hero section, and one cool thing about this platform that I use is I'm going to show you right here. This really is pretty cool. So where's my hero section? It's right here. That is my hero section. Yeah, tell me that's not cool. I get to draw on my screen for you guys. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Okay, so my hero section when we're looking at our company website, um, the headline, if you look here, is crafting digital solutions that propel success. That's the headline. That is pretty, I mean, when you land on our website, that's going to let you know pretty much what we do in a nutshell and right away, and then the paragraph just below that kind of goes into a little bit more detail of what we have to offer our clients or hopeful clients, that kind of stuff, right? Very, very clean. Over to the right hand side, you've got I've got a few images of me wearing different t-shirts, basically also highlighting some of the services that we offer. But then if you look, you got the headline, you've got the information, but then just below that is our call to action. So what am I talking about? That bad boy right there. That right there is the call to action. I want someone to click that button and submit a query asking, hey, I need help. Can you help me? And our answer is mostly is yes, absolutely. So that is what my call to action is, right? Pretty simple. I mean, and it's clean. And if you look in my hero section in the background there, I've got different scenes with a little bit of a slight motion to kind of give everything a little bit of depth. That's I think that's a pretty decent hero section. Okay, let's look at another website right here. Okay, so these folks, awesome if you need roofing, by the way. These peoples are the best around. If you're in the Bradenton, Sarasota area, these people are awesome. Fantastic, fabulous work. Okay, so enough of that. So if you look here, their hero section is a little more squared off, but that's okay. You can make it, put those fancy little dividers in there if you want, whatever. But here it is. You've got 2 calls to action, which is the request a quote or an estimate, or the give us a call. So if you're on the mobile device and you click that, it's obviously going to call them, which is very cool. And then if you look, let me do this. If we do right there. So here is basically their headline, what it is they do. And it's pretty much, I mean, it's straightforward. When you land on this website and you see there above the fold, well, you know exactly what they do, what they're all about, and you also know where they are. Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida. Yep. And then they've got their this part right here, which is all about kind of goes into a little bit more detail, a little bit more juicy detail on what they can do for you. And it's pretty cool. And like I said, and here's their 2 calls to action. That is pretty cool. And just to kind of round it off, it's really not part of their hero section, but we added this section right here because it is so important to hire a roofing company that is licensed, bonded, and insured for obvious reasons. Yeah, especially down here in Florida. Yeah, so that is their hero section. Like I said, it's nice and clean. And then in the background, we've got several images that go there. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's been a work in progress and it's bushy. It looks like a walrus now. I'm pretty happy with it. Itching like crazy though. Yeah. Hey, thanks for being on here, Michael. You and Zerk. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so this is their hero section. Nice and clean, like I said. And then in the background, you've got those images that kind of scroll through. But then also it's got kind of a gradient so that text stands out, which is another important thing. You want to make sure that people can actually read your content in your hero section, because if they can't read it, they're probably going to back out. Yeah, so that's not a good thing. We don't want that. Okay, let's move on to the next website. Okay, REI Siding. So they do, yeah, the stuff that they do. I mean, when they build, well, they put the facade, I guess you could call it, on these amazing buildings, right? I mean, you can see these are images that this is work that they've done. So in the background of their hero section, this is the work they've done. So we put a slideshow, to run through a couple of the really cool ones and stuff like that. But then in the foreground, once again, we've got that right there. That right there is their headline. So a builder that's looking for this cementitious siding and stucco, so basically cement, right? Cement siding. They're going to be looking for someone that does that, so that they're going to know that term. So in their hero, we added that term, which is very cool. And then they have 2 calls to action, which is you can view their recent projects, or you can connect with them today. So 2 calls to action with, a little bit more information about who they are and what they do with their headline right there. So when you land on this website, you know exactly what it is they do from their hero section, which once again is the above the fold of the website. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one, which is right here. Okay, Gill Metal Construction. Once again, another fantastic business here in the Bradenton area. They service a much larger area, obviously. But, when you land on their hero section, boy, it's a little bit busier, but still pretty clean, that you know exactly what they do when you land on their website. And if you notice, that's exact. Every time that I say that, that's the most important thing. Someone has to know when they land on your homepage of your website exactly what it is you do on the above the fold. They shouldn't have to scroll down to figure out what it is you do. It's right there. Self-explanatory. So here we are on their site, and you can see this. Actually, I'm going to circle this one. So this right here, that right there is their headline. They are metal building specialists. That's their headline. 100%, that's their headline. And then their secondary is right there. They're professional and experienced, right? As well as kind of right there, a little bit more like a subtitle, a subheading. They do new metal design, new metal building design, construction, and repair. So, like I said, when you land on their website, there it is. And of course, you got the paragraph underneath, which goes into a little bit more detail of what it is they do. But then the most important thing is that call to action button. So their call to action that they wanted was they wanted people to connect with them. And there it is. So nice little button to do just that, right? And of course, in the background, once again, we've got, an image of a building that they obviously constructed. They worked on, they did. And then it's got that gradient overlay, which is a little bluer, and it kind of fades to clear, but it makes that text stand out. And so when you land on this website, you know exactly what they do, and it just looks great. Just looks great. Okay, so before I show you a couple of more, in my live streams, I always highlight one of my clients. And today we are going to do this right here, which is Bella Gina Med Spa. So let's take a look right here.
Hello, I'm Samantha from Reveal. I'm here to talk to you about our new Denza product at Bella Gina Med Spa. Denza is a radio frequency based device. What that means is it's utilizing heat to stimulate collagen and elastin. Collagen and elastin are the infrastructure of our skin. It's what keeps it nice and smooth. As we age, we lose that infrastructure. Denza is going to bring it back. So these treatments are about 30 to 45 minutes. They're virtually painless. You might feel some warmth afterwards, but there's no social downtime. You can go right out to dinner with friends afterwards. You could do an event this weekend. You might have a little bit of redness, but nothing you can't put makeup over. They're quick treatments. Chrissy's one of the techs here at Bella Gina that does the treatment, and you should book your appointment. Come in and see us.
Alrighty then. Okay, so for a few of us in this live stream could probably use that treatment. Not, yeah. But anyway, so that was a cool little video that actually I put together for Bella Gina through our videography services. So that's a pretty cool thing. So if you need videography, just let me know. Okay, so we're just going to take a look at a couple of more websites. And then we'll round this off for the day. All right, this right here, AMI Excursions. They, when you look at their hero section, it is much simpler, but you also know exactly what they do by what's in their hero section, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So if we look at that right there, that's basically their name, right? Their name. So you could call that a headline if you wanted, but in reality, that right there is their headline. It lets you know where they're located. It lets you know that they are fishing charters, and they also do sunset cruises, but they also do a couple other things. But those are their two biggest services. So that's what we incorporated in their hero section. And it also has two calls to action. So the first one is the services we offer. So you can click this button and it takes you to their services page. So it lets you know all the services that they offer. But then their main call to action is this right here: call and book now. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And of course, when you land on their page, over on the right-hand side, you've got the images that kind of scroll through, and these are all clients of AMI Excursions. So you can see they catch some amazing fish. Yeah, very cool stuff. And the owner, if you're looking for any kind of a fishing charter here on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and especially Anna Maria Island, Captain Nate Costello is amazing. All his customers, clients, whatever you want to call them, they have nothing but amazing things to say about Captain Nate. So if you're looking for a deep sea, or I'm sorry, not a deep sea fish, near shore, offshore, I think he goes offshore a little bit, but man, he does amazing charters. So Captain Nate right there, that's a good one. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at real quickly two of my other websites. Just going to look at them really quickly. So this is our website for the High Country, which is in North Carolina, Tennessee. So you can see our hero section is, it's got the scrolling background, but it's also slightly moving. What we do, a little bit more detail in that call to action. Very simple, but a must. Every hero section needs these things. It needs to, that first impression, when someone lands on your homepage, are you going to entice them to go further? Okay. All right, here's my personal website. So once again, my hero section. This one's a little bit more detailed, but once again, I tried to keep it as clean as possible. So what it is I am, what it is I do, where I do it, a little bit more information about me, about what I do. And then that huge call to action button. Okay, now this last one is actually another client of mine, and they did not want any images in their hero section. They wanted their entire website to be as clean as possible. So here we go. Tie the Knot Boutique. So if you're getting married in the Bradenton area, these gals are amazing. Once again, all their clients have nothing but good things to say about them. And their boutique is right downtown Bradenton, right there on Old Main Street, and they're awesome. They're just awesome gals. But if you look at their hero section, there's no pictures behind it, on the sides, nothing. But they love it, and it actually works. It actually works for them because as you scroll down their page, you can see their website. They wanted it clean, 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 right? And one really good thing when you do a website like this, boy, it loads quick because there's none of those images trying to load in, But yeah, I mean, if you look here, here is kind of their headline, right? Right in there. That's kind of their headline. Their title, and then their subheadline would be where they're at, right? They're a downtown Bradenton bridal boutique. Then they've got the little section, a little bit more information about them, but then it's got their main call to action, right? So it's schedule an appointment. That's what they wanted to be their main call to action. But yeah, they really are fantastic. So I highly encourage you, if you know someone who's getting married and they need one of those dresses, send them their way because they're amazing. They're amazing. Okay, so I think that is it for today. I've rambled on for pretty much a half an hour, which is pretty awesome. Like I said, our live streams are going to really start to get into the how to build as well. So that's coming here really soon. Next week, we're going to talk about our last website element that's important, which is your footer. So next week, we're going to talk about what makes a good website footer. And then once that is done, then we're going to get into the how-to builds, which I'm actually thinking about doing those on Wednesday. And I'm going to call it Website Wednesdays. I know yeah, I'm real into it, I guess, coming up with these funny names. But I think that'd be kind of cool. So every Wednesday, we're going to build from scratch. We're going to build an entire website, from scratch. So we're going to build the header. We're going to build the hero section. We're going to build the footer, and then we'll build out the front page the way we want to do it. So if there's anybody watching any of these videos, when you watch them and you want to learn something, about maybe something you want to see on your homepage, let me know. Just let me know what you want to learn, and I will make sure that we incorporate that in our website build. And what we're going to use is WordPress, obviously, but then we are also going to use Elementor and Elementor Pro. We use Elementor Pro here, so we'll do as much as we can in the free version of Elementor, but there's going to be a lot of things. I wouldn't say a lot. There's going to be some things that we'll do in Elementor Pro as well. So there you go. All right. So once again, trying to build our YouTube channel. So please head on over there at Deckard Company and subscribe to our channel, as well as like our videos And the little notification bell, turn that thing to all so that you get all the notifications when we go live, as well as post content. All right. And thank you all for joining here live. And I'll catch you next Monday. All right. And we also do go live on Wednesdays and Fridays, talking about various things, kind of catching up through the week. But Wednesdays are going to be those website Wednesdays. All right. Hey, thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care of yourselves and do behave. All right. Thanks. Bye.